Howdy, this is Marissa with Marisa Moments. So first and foremost, the reason why I feel compelled to share the way that I connect with spirit and make it plain, right, is because I feel that we all have this capacity, right? We all have these gifts. We all have this divine connection. However, I feel like it's often been almost like marketed in a way that only certain people have the capabilities or the abilities. And also when it's often shared, what I found is that people use terminology that just isn't relatable. You know, I always say the same term, feel into it, feel into it. And I remember when I took some courses and they would say things like feel into it, transmute it, alchemize it, all of these things, I'd be like, yeah. And I'm like taking down notes, right? And I'm just like, what does alchemize mean? You know, like, what am I feeling into? You know, because it just never made sense to me. So I feel compelled to share these different tactics, the way that I receive things, so that way you can clearly understand and know too, because part of my mission here is to help you to be able to connect on your own, to feel confident in your connections, because we all have the capabilities, like I said, and you shouldn't have to be reliant on any particular individual to be able to access divinity, spirituality, any of these things, because you were born capable, right? So that's my side note. Now, as far as something else that I do, I had to pause to think so the timer wouldn't run out. I am very observant. I've always been very observant. Very, very observant. It's trauma response as well, you know, reading the room type situation. However, what I realize is that it's part of our gifts, right? If you have the gift of observation, then you're able to pick up on subtle nuances. So that may be even the empath in you, like you're able to connect with people's emotional states because you notice the subtle nuances, the subtle emotions or movements, or even eye gestures, facial expressions, all of those things that most people just take for granted or kind of brush past, right? And that's how you're able to tap into that empath gift of yours, because you just sit and observe without judgment. That's important too. That's key. Observe without judgment, and then you're able to pick up intuitively what the people are feeling. And maybe that's your role in having a hand in helping them. You never know.